Hey, Shalom, Shalom. This is Apostle Rakab back again with another impromptu video. Start by saying all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, Shalom to you brothers of the hopeful elect. And hence this video, because I just saw a video Apostle Tahar had did. And basically, I believe the title was, if you're not of the elect, you're not going to make it anyway, which we always push the elect. Okay? So basically, this is just somewhat of a land back, again, off of Apostle Tahar's video. Oh, and by the way, yeah, Apostle Tahar did a video. I saw it yesterday. It was a real short little video. And it was funny, right? About, he did a video, he showed these guys from IUIC, and they were using some of our lingo, like GMS lingo, GMS phrases, right? Because, you know, every camp got their own lingo. Everybody has, every group or even certain people have their own certain words that they use that nobody else would use. But then later on, other people will hear it, they might catch on to it. You know, that's how fads and styles and trends start. It take one person to do something or say something, then all of a sudden everybody else start doing it, right? So these other groups, they wasn't using our lingo right now. That word, real talk, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and may the Lord forgive me if I'm wrong, whatever. I believe I was the one who really started saying that years ago, maybe going back 10 years ago, because, you know, in the world, we was, you know, let me piggyback off what, and I said, wait a minute, pig is unlawful, it's wicked. And I think one time I said, yeah, no, land back. Through the grace of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man, if I'm wrong, you know, my recollection's off, I know I started saying that. I started a year, maybe 10 years ago, I started saying that, and then it kind of caught on, and brothers, and you know, in our circle, GMS, you know, when all of us started using it, you know. But I believe I was the one who started that phrase, maybe about 10 years ago, maybe a little over 10 years ago. Okay, but you know, whatever. I don't give a shit, but that's something that we use, right? Amongst Great Millstone. That's one of our lingos, land back. Like even, you know, certain other phrases we started using. You know what I mean? Or certain names we started using, right? Or nicknames that we gave certain people, right? And all of a sudden, everybody started, even niggas in the world. That go back in One West in the 90s. Israel, period, when we were all together back in One West, we used to go around calling each other, you know, with Israelite lingo. Only brothers in the school or in Israel, like, my seed. All of a sudden, these niggas in the world, 2/3 niggas in the world, back in the 90s, all of a sudden, even some of them rappers and different people, they started using our phrases, Israelite phrases. The only people that called each other before, it was us. Back then in One West, you know, the word you know, means brother, right? Yo, that was a phrase only a brother in Israel would have knew. Then all of a sudden, I never, the rappers back then in the early 90s, I heard Grand Puba, you know, he was a rapper from the early 90s, you know, you brothers that know music, know hip hop. What's up, All of a sudden, you had niggas in the world using the Then all of a sudden, the seed, right? That was a word. Yeah, you know, brother, this is my seed. You know, she carrying my seed. All of a sudden, you heard, like, you know, niggas in the street, niggas in the world, starting with them so-called rappers, they started, yeah, my seed. You know, so Jacob's like that. Jacob's still a phrase, man. But that came from Israel, going back then. But now, he said it, right? He said, yeah, the guys, they're land back. All of a sudden, they using phrases that we use in Great Millstone. Hey, which is all good, it's cool, whatever. Hey, it's a righteous thing instead of saying piggyback, right? But anyways, I just wanted to make that point. But at the video, Apostle Tahar did, I believe, I just saw the title, I didn't get to actually watch it. Lord willing, I may watch it. But anyways, whatchamacallit, I believe the title was, if you're not of the elect, you ain't going to make it. And that's what we always push according to the scriptures. And I'm just going to read two little quick precepts here proving that point. At the end of the day, it's all about election, man. Okay, you can know all the scriptures in the world, You can have a beard hanging down to the floor to when you walk, your beard drags on the floor. You can have the fanciest gold-plated garment with rubies and diamonds. You can ride up on white horses and whatever it is, man. Okay? Okay, you could be an eloquent speaker, right? You could be a better speaker than Louis Farrakhan, right? You could be a great orator. You could have 1,000 men behind you. Those 1,000 men ain't gonna fucking get you in the chariot if your ass ain't meant to be there. Nor any of them. You see? And you know what? It's scary. You could be doing the work of the Lord, right? But if you're of the elect, but the Lord is not wicked. If you serving the Lord, the only reason, if you serving the Lord diligently and you doing the work, chances are you are one of the elect. In sincerity. Unless you a guy that's doing it to receive a corruptible crown, man. Because you got certain guys, yeah, they so-called teaching, doing the work, but they're doing it deceitfully. They're doing it to be seen of men. And then you got guys who are straight up spies. They doing the work of the Lord, right? They might be teaching, doing videos, and be a straight up fucking government agent. See, so they doing something wicked. So of course they're not gonna make it, man. Because that's not something the elect would do. Right? The elect, if you are the elect, you're gonna be sincere. So at the end of the day, the prophets, if you are a real true prophet, that means you are of the elect. Okay, the prophets were the men of the Lord. You see, let me read something. I'm in 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So that's right, man. So the prophets, if you wasn't a prophet, you ain't gonna come back as a prophet. If you was a grimy nigga 2,000 years ago in the reincarnation, you gonna come back as a grimy, low nigga. The Lord ain't gonna take you was a grimy nigga during the time of Yahushua or during the time of Moses, and then in the reincarnation, you a prophet. But dudes be trying to slide in the back door, but no, you gonna still come back as who you are, and then the Spirit reveals it. Like that's why I just read in 1 Corinthians 14. Now let me read this. 1 Peter's 1 and 1. This is a scripture I read often. Peter, an apostle of Yahushua, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. Those are different places in Greece and Rome and Asia, because that's where Peter, remember, he went to Cornelius, which Cornelius is an Israelite, was an Israelite. You got certain guys out there that still haven't swallowed that pill yet. Here in 2024, right? He was a Roman centurion, an Israelite, a Jake that was a Roman centurion, just like today. You got Jakes that are police officers, military. Who's the Roman centurions today? These cops, these police agencies. That's the modern day Roman soldiers, man. Or whether you in the military, don't you got blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans that's in Esau's military? So let's say 2,000 years from now, you say, no, those are all Edomites. It said he was in the United States Army. So because he was in the United States Army, that makes him an Edomite. Only Edomites, that's bullshit. It was the same thing back then. During the time of the Roman Empire, they were the ruling power, and they had everybody else in captivity. And like Esau does today, the same Romans. And eventually, you had Jakes that were gladiators. Then you had other Israelites. Remember, going back to the time of Alexander the Greek, Jake became Hellenists. They converted to being Greeks and gave up the Israelite ways. And they started dressing like the Greeks, speaking Greek from hundreds of years from the time of the Greeks into the Romans. So by the time the Romans came into power, you had them Hellenist Jakes going way back hundreds of years of the time of Alexander the Greek that had been living in the Greek mentality, the Greek philosophy for like hundreds of years by that point. All right? Second verse. Elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High Father through sanctification of the Spirit unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua. Grace unto you and peace be multiplied. See? Grace unto you. Grace is deliverance. If the Lord have grace upon you, that means you're going to be saved. So that right there, the letter was written to the elect. The Apostle Paul, right? Apostle Peter, he wrote that letter. They wrote them letters to the brothers of the elect. So this truth and this knowledge, Apostle Peter and Paul, it was for the elect. So to back up or what Apostle Tahar said in his video, if you're not of the elect, you ain't gonna make it. I just read that. 1 Peter 1:1. He said, grace be multiplied unto you, peace be unto you. Sprinkling of the blood, meaning the word of Yahweh Shah, the spirit of Yahweh Shah is only given to the elect. And that's why I read 1 Corinthians, the spirit of the prophets is subject to the, so the prophets are going to come back and receive this thing. All the guys that can't get this, the understanding of the scriptures, as through the spirit of the Lord, we be bringing out the guys that buck up and naysay and scoff. That means they're not prophets. They're not of the elect. So they're not going to receive no grace. You ain't going to make it, man. But if you're of the elect, you're going to be in the right spirit. You're going to have the true understanding of the scriptures, and you're going to be saved if you are the elect. So, as the scriptures say, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. Hey, man, if you're doing the work sincerely, Abaratazah, you may be of the hope of the elect, man. All right? That's why we always say, I say shalom unto the hope of the elect of you sincere brothers, okay? So I'm going to end this video, man. Say shalom.